also invested in the local community and in remote areas of Indonesia. We support the spirit of the affected community. We care about the environment and fully support the Pelindo 3 through the reduction of plastic waste initiative and Save the Ocean movement. PPS, reliable terminal with service excellence.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you back on our second day of the 8th International Conference on Transportation and Logistics, TILOG 2020, that is sponsored by PT Terminal Peti Kemas Surabaya and PT Terminal Teluk Lamong. Here again, I am Jessica and my friend Jihan, as the Master of Ceremony will guide you in this conference. Beforehand, let us recall the agenda schedule for the closing ceremony today. First, the ISC report and awarding ceremony that will be presented by Watanabe Sensei. And then
Second, presentation for the next TILOG conference. Third, concluding remarks from representative of local committee and TILOG committee.
Now, before we move on, I would like to remind you the participant rules. Participants' microphone will be muted by the host. However, participants are recommended to turn on your video. Participants are encouraged to actively give any virtual reactions, and participants are not allowed to close or leave the Zoom meeting until the closing ceremony is finished. All right, without further ado, please welcome Watanabe Sensei.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daisuke Watanabe. On behalf of International Science Committee, it's a great honor to present the overview of paper submission, review process, and about announced as a TLOG ISC report for TLOG 2020. So, can you see my slide? Okay. So I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all participants and local committee members for organizing such a wonderful conference, even though it's the first time, first online conference in TLOG. So firstly, I would like to introduce the member of TLOG ISC member. As you can see, the specialists from all over Asia, including Australia, China, Japan, Singapore, Korea, Thailand, Indonesia are joining this committee, and they conduct a review process as a chief reviewer for TLOG 2020. Now, this is an overview of a schedule for abstract academic paper track and the presentation track. So, as you know, the abstraction submission was ended in March, and final full paper submission deadline is May. And after the paper reviewing process, we notify the result of each paper in the mid of July. Then finally, we accept the whole papers in mid of August. As for paper presentation track, the extended abstract submission was ended at the end of July, and then we accept all papers at the mid of August. In the review process of academic paper track, firstly, we accept around over 70 abstracts. But due to the outbreak of COVID-19, some authors couldn't submit their paper. That's why the full paper submission was limited to around 40 papers. Then we conducted the first reviewing process. After the first screening, total 7 papers were accepted without any conditions, and total 31 papers were accepted after the revision. Then, after the second review result, all papers were accepted for academic paper track. But one paper was submitted after the first reviewing process. So as for this paper, we recommended to present at practical track. As for the presentation track, we accept 6 extended abstract. And finally, we accept 5 papers, 5 presentations in presentation track. So totally 43 papers were delivered in this conference. Now, we would like to proceed to the ceremony for award, OCDI Takeuchi Yoshio Award for Logistics Research. Now, in this conference, we will deliver 2 awards from OCDI. And one is OCDI Takeuchi Yoshio Award for Logistics Research. That is the best paper award in this conference. And the second one is OCDI Logistics Award for Young Researchers. That is for the researchers under 40 years of age. These awards were given by OCDI to encourage research in the practical field of logistics to commemorate the contribution to the logistics field by Dr. Yoshio Takeuchi, a founder of OCDI. So I would like to introduce Dr. Miyake, the president of OCDI, for the brief introduction of this award and OCDI. So please, Dr. Miyake. Now,
Okay, yes. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Koichi Miyake, president of OCDI, and it's my great pleasure to attend the closing ceremony of TLOG International Conference. And as a sponsor of the TLOG activities, it's my great honor to give the Takeuchi Yoshio Logistics Award and Young Researchers Award from OCDI. Before I do that, I'd like to take this opportunity to touch upon the background of the award. Yeah, Dr. Takeuchi is one of the Japan's most famous and greatest port engineers. He was born in 1923 and graduated from the University of Tokyo and joined the Ministry of Transport in 1946. In 1973, he was designated as the Director General, Ports and Harbors Bureau, the Ministry of Transport. And after he retired, he founded our institute, OCDI, and served as the first president in 1976. During his work in OCDI over an 8-year period, he was dedicated to contributing to the development of the developing countries, particularly focusing on the Asian countries. Then, in 1984, he left OCDI to become the first president of the Kansai International Airport Company. And in 1993, he was designated as the 81st president of the Japan Society of Civil Engineers, we call JCE. And he passed away in 2011 at the age of 88. So he founded OCDI in order to share Japanese experience and knowledge in the port sector and coastal area development with developing countries. He promoted international cooperation and exchange of ideas through providing technical assistance and making policy recommendations to developing countries. Throughout his life, he loved and cherished the communication among engineers and researchers in developing countries. He believed human resources and capacity development are vital and indispensable for economic and social development of the country. So the Takeuchi Award reflects his strong will to support engineers and researchers in not only the port sector, but the entire logistics sector as well. As you know, port is a hub of international logistics. And at the same time, ports are well-functioned in well-organized logistics networks and supply chains. So today, I'm very proud that many research papers have been submitted, and I'm sure that the best paper will be awarded on the basis of the potential application to a practical field of logistics. So if I may briefly talk about OCDI, we have achieved outstanding results since 1976 and formulated port development plans, improved the efficiency of port management and operations, and strengthened administrative capacity in more than 250 ports and 70 countries in the world. But on top of that, we have been continuously conducting training courses or training programs for port officials or engineers in various countries, which has enabled us to build a wide network of trust among the governments and the engineers in the recipient countries. I definitely believe this follows the will and intention of Dr. Takeuchi. We will do our best to enhance the quality of Japanese international cooperation and to earn the trust of developing countries and the world. Lastly, I would like to ask all of you for your continued efforts and cooperation in the logistics sector. And I pray for the good health of all participants. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Miyake, for kind introduction about OCDI and Dr. Takeuchi. Now, I would like to move on to the explanation about the selection process of OCDI Award and the Young Researcher Award. Firstly, the nominated papers were chosen from academic full papers submitted according to the recommendation of chief reviewers, total 10 researchers, and ISC secretariat. Then each nominated paper was reviewed from TLOG ISC members again and scored its priority by 5 researchers. Then, firstly, we proudly would like to announce the winner for OCDI Logistics Award for Young Researcher. The winner is the bi-level optimization model for designing point-to-point or hub-and-spoke maritime network case study on East Asian ports by Hoshi Tagawa, Tomoya Kawasaki, and Shinya Hanaoka from Tokyo Institute of Technology. Congratulations on your award. Now, I would like to introduce the brief recommendation comments from ISC members. I will skip the detail, but now in this paper, the authors have provided an excellent research, and also they have applied a suitable solution method to the numerical experiment based on practical case, of which interesting managerial implications have been made. And also composition of the thesis is solid, and the collected data is also extensive. So that's as you can see, the 3 researchers out of 5 members recommended this paper. So we would like to award to this paper. So Dr. Miyake will present this award to Mr. Hoshi Tagawa. So,
Okay.
Please.
Yes, this you can see the. I read it, and this shows the 8th International Conference on Transportation and Logistics, TLOG. OCDI Award for Young Researchers is presented to bi-level optimization model for designing point-to-point or hub-and-spoke maritime networks, case study on East Asian ports by Hoshi Tagawa, Tomoya Kawasaki, and Shinya Hanaoka to its potential application to a practical field of logistics. September 7, 2020, Surabaya, Indonesia. Appraised and selected by TLOG Secretariat of Daisuke Watanabe and endorsed by TLOG Network representative Chen Men and Ming Yang Chi and Ryuichi Shibasaki. Congratulations. And this one, you can see me? It's a parade award together with this. Congratulations.
So thank you very much, Dr. Miyake. So can I ask Mr. Tagawa for giving us a few words as award winning?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for your introduction. So my name is Hoshi Tagawa from Tokyo Institute of Technology in Japan. So I'm very happy and very surprised, and I'm very honored to receive this OCDI award for young researchers. So my study in this conference focused on cost effectiveness of point-to-point and hub-and-spoke network. So I hope my research will be beneficial to you. And I hope I can continue to good research and contribute to the society and logistics. Finally, I'd like to thank all committee members and reviewers. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for your comment. So now we would like to move on to the second part, the best paper award. So the winner for OCDI Takeuchi Yoshio Award for Logistics Research is sorry. Stochastic programming model for the last mile delivery with asynchronous cloud sources by Kanchen Wang, Mohamed Nasir, and Ken Fu from National Chiao Tung University, Taiwan. So congratulations on your award, Professor Huang. Now, I would like to introduce the recommendation comment from ISC member. So in this topic, very few research has investigated the impact of transfer failure on last mile delivery. The proposed strategy can effectively balance the routing cost of delivery truck and penalty of transfer failure. The proposed model can provide more robust delivery solution compared to a deterministic model, and the proposed model has been demonstrated to solve the large-scale problem efficiently. So overall, these findings are convincing and useful, which could help logistics operators design an efficient last mile delivery system under the uncertainty from cloud sources. And another reviewer recommended that the research is in trend and practical. So our committee decided to award this to this paper. So please, Dr. Miyake, please reward to him.
All right.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
please.
You can see. Yes. And I read it. The 8th International Conference on Transportation and Logistics, OCDI Takeuchi Yoshio Award for Logistics Research, is presented to a stochastic programming model for the last mile delivery with uncertain crowd sources by Kanchen Wang, Mohamed Nasir Aliansia, Kun-Fen Wu, to its potential application to a practical field of logistics. 7th September 2020, Surabaya, Indonesia. Appraised and selected by Daisuke Watanabe, Secretary of TILOG, and endorsed by TILOG Network Representative Jiang Min, Mingyao Chi, Ryuichi Shibasaki. This is a plate. You can elevate. Can see? Yes. As a congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I ask Professor Fan to give us a few words as about remarks. So please.
Well, thank you, Professor Watanabe. So President Miyake and colleagues and the TLOC conference participant. together with the co-authors, Professor Kun Fong Wu, my colleague at the National Chiao Tung University, and Dr. Muhammad Nasir Ardiansyah, Telecom University in Bandung, Indonesia. It is our great honor to receive this paper award in memory of Dr. Yoshino Takeuchi. I'm currently serving under 2-year secondment at the Asian Development Bank as a senior transport specialist. So I particularly appreciate the achievement of Dr. Yoshio Takeuchi and the OCDI, because in the past 2 years, I had a lot of opportunity to interact with international partners. And I think that's a great achievement that we all should try to achieve. For years, TLOC has evolved to be a vigorous platform for logistics researchers. We are very happy to share our research funding here, which address the changing last mile delivery by crowdsourcing based on the concept of sharing economy. So as highlighted by the panelists in the plenary session yesterday, we are experiencing rising logistic needs, such as urban logistics and cross-border e-commerce. Yeah. Especially due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of logistics are waiting for us to solve. Yeah. So together with the co-authors, we will continue the path with you, and let us work together to deliver more interesting and useful research outputs and benefit our region. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next TLO conference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor Fang. This is the end of the ceremony for OCDI Award. So thank you again for the contribution to TLOG 2020. So next TLOG, we also expecting a wonderful, excellent paper, and please prepare for your submission to TLOG 2022. So thank you very much. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you to Watanabe Sensei for your presentation, along to Dr. Miyake Sensei for the speech, and also congratulations to the winners. Next, there will be some special information that will be delivered by Dr. Tomoya Kawasaki.
Okay, so thank you very much for your introduction. So I'm not sure this is a special announcement or not, but I want to announce something that just beyond the TLO conference. So good evening, everyone from the Tokyo. So my name is Kawasaki from the University of Tokyo. So now I want to announce the 3 things. The first one is the special issue of the special issue of the TLO conference. So we prepared 2 special issues for this conference. The first one is for the sustainability journal. So now I hope you see my screen. Then in the sustainability journal, we have a special issue. The topic is global and international logistics. So actually some of the paper is recommended to this journal, this special issue from the TLO conference. But of course, we are also welcome to the other papers not recommended to not recommended from the TLO conference. The deadline of this special issue is the end of this year, 31st December 2020. The guest editor is Professor Shibasaki, Professor Watanabe, and me. So please consider to submit to this special issue. So if you are interested in, so please see this website. You can see the detail. Okay, this is the first one. Then the second one is from the Maritime Business Review. So this is also a special issue for this TIRO conference. どこだっけな。じゃあ違う。Call for paper. Okay, special issue on the logistics connectivity in East Asia, practice and challenges. So actually this topic is exactly same topic as this TIRO conference. So please also consider to submit this special issue. The deadline is 6th November, 2020. So a little bit earlier comparing to the sustainability journal. So please consider to submit. The guest editor is me and Dr. South and Professor Shibasaki. Okay. So please consider to submit. Then this is the first one. Then the second announcement is the East Conference next year. So actually the East Conference is a very close relationship with the TIRO Conference. Then we have a East Conference next year in Hiroshima, Japan. So and also the expected date for this conference is September 2021. But it's subject to be changed, but probably in September. Then this East Conference, so we have a academic track and also non-academic track similar to the TIRO conference. Then if you submit to the academic track, you have a chance to publish your paper in the Journal of the East, or if your paper is selected, you have a chance to publish in the ATS, Asian Transport Studies. Okay, so please consider to submit. Actually, the call for paper is not available yet, but probably within the 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you can see the call for papers. So please check this website. Okay. Then the last announcement is Asian Transport Studies. So this international journal is published by the East with the publisher of the Elsevier. Actually, we have Asian Transport Studies from several years ago, but we just changed the publisher to the Elsevier in just this May. This is also the open access journal, so you can see. So everyone, you can see all the papers in this journal. Okay. So also we welcome your submission to the ATS. Actually, I'm also the member of the assistant editor of the ATS. Okay. Okay, so that's all from me. So please consider to submit several papers. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tomoe Kawasaki. Next, there will be a presentation for the upcoming TILOC conference by the representative.
Can I share the PowerPoint? Yes, so Professor Ang.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, dear participant. Greetings from Incheon. My name is Seung An, and I'm working at International University, and especially a professor of graduate school of logistics. Okay, I attended the 7th conference in Hsinchu, Taiwan 4 years ago. Some of you know me and some do not. At the time, I proposed to host a conference in Incheon. Now you give me the chance, and thanks to the committee members, and it's great opportunity and honor to me. And I promise you all I will prepare well, whether regular or offline. And hopefully you visit Incheon and or online. And okay, with this presentation material, I will show you briefly about Songdo, Incheon, and my university with some information. Okay, well, as you see, and host is INU, International University. We may have one or two more organization as a host organization, and now supporting organization is definitely public corporation and Incheon Metropolitan City and Incheon International Airport Corporation and Incheon Port Authority. I will find some more the logistics companies in Korea. Okay, the left one is a map of Songdo. It's fast-growing new town in Incheon as one of the 3 economic free zones in Incheon. And the right one is the picture of Songdo campus in Incheon National University. Next page. Well, it's a brief introduction to INU. Well, I skip and a campus map. Next page, please.
Is it okay?
Okay, yeah. This is the picture of the conference room, and next page. Next page, please. And okay, and next, and just for the conference, and well, this is the hotels and lodging and some expensive hotels, and the next page. Yeah, and the medium price too. So we in Songdo we have around about 10 hotels, and well, it's around well, I'm not going to tell you price. And okay, next page. Next page. And also guest houses in International University is also available. It's a cheap price. And as you know, the distinctive advantage in Incheon is the East Asia, where connected to the Incheon airport 20 to 25 minutes by car or by bus, and frequent and direct transportation service by hotels too. Okay, and also public transportation to Seoul is well provided, such as subways and buses. I hope that in the next conference you visit to Korea and have a good time in Incheon and Korea. And thanks to your attention. I expect you all and good luck, and while every country recover from COVID-19 soon. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you very much for the presentation. And finally, the concluding remarks from the representative of local committee, Dr. Ahmad Rusdiansyah, and the TILOC committee, Dr. Ming Yao Chi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ahmad Rusdiansyah. I'm one of the host organizing committee. The Honorable TILOC Organizing Committee, the TILOC International Scientific Committee, all the participants of TILOC conference. It is a great honor for me to once again to greet all participants in the 8th TILOC International Conference 2020. I deeply appreciate all your engagement and contribution during the virtual conference for the past 2 days. I hope that all of you are in a good and healthy condition amid this pandemic situation. Again, this year, the TILOC International Conference is special because it is the first time to be held virtually due to the COVID-19. Despite being a virtual conference, we hope that this conference was able to bring fruitful discussion and conversation and networking under the theme of the conference, which is Logistic Connectivity in Asia, Practices and Challenges. The keynote speaker and the panel speakers have presented the latest information on transportation and logistic issues. Theoretical and practical issues on transportation and logistics have been discussed in several sessions. However, we do realize that there may be some elements missing from this virtual conference, which is the physical experience of visiting a different country. We had wished that all of you could have experienced the beauty of Indonesia, the Indonesian cuisine, and the Indonesian hospitality. If there is another chance in the future, we will be honored to host this conference again in Surabaya or other cities in Indonesia. We thank the TILOC International Scientific Committee and host organizing committee for the tremendous support for this conference. We also send our gratitude for the participants that have presented their interesting results. We also congratulate to the winners of OCDI awards. And we thanks the PT Terminal Peti Kemas Surabaya and PT Terminal Teluk Lamong, which has supported this conference. Finally, on behalf of the Universitas Internasional Semen Indonesia, USII, Institut Teknologi 10 November or ITS, and Universitas Pertamina, as the host of this conference, we wish you had an enjoyable and unforgettable time in this conference. We expect to meet each other again in Incheon in the year 2022. Terima kasih, sampai jumpa. Thank you very much.
Please to the Dr. Ming Yao Chi.
Okay. Respected Dr. Ahmad Rusdiansyah, Dr. Miyake, dear conference participants, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Congratulations again to the winners of the OCDI Takeuchi Yoshio Award for Logistics Research and for Young Researcher. In the past 2 days, we have experienced a special while successful and valuable online conference during this particular time of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have honorably had 1 keynote speaker, 5 panelists, and 43 authors presented in this conference. We also have witnessed nearly 200 online colleagues that joined the plenary sessions. I hope, and I also believe that all of you have harvested knowledge, information, and friendship. So on behalf of the TLOC committee, I would again show our appreciation to the host of TLOC 2020, the sponsors, the keynote speaker and the panelists, the International Scientific Committee, and all who have devoted to this unforgettable event. Started from 2005, the TLOC conference has become a conventional event that attracts researchers and practitioners in the field of logistics and transportation from various countries, especially in the social Pacific area. 2 years later, our TLOC conference will be held at Incheon National University, which is in a very beautiful city in Korea. I hope we can meet in person in September 2022. Thank you all. Stay safe and look forward to seeing you in Korea. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the concluding remarks, Dr. Ahmad Rusdiansyah and Dr. Ming Yauki. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up the conference this evening, let us capture this TLOC 2020 virtual conference moment. So please, ladies and gentlemen, turn on your video camera and let us take a picture together. I will be counting to 3 and the committee will help me to capture this Zoom meeting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Please, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me because there are several pages here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, and for the last page, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you very much. And that would be all for today. May all of us get the value and benefits from this 2 days virtual conference.
We will kindly ask you to fill the feedback form on bit.ly/t-log feedback survey, or you can click on the link on Zoom chat. And we would love to hear your feedback to keep improving TLOC even better in the future. Now let us close the 8th International Conference on Transportation and Logistics TLOC 2020 for today. Let's call today. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much and see you in another chance.